Okay, so hello everyone. Hope you are all refreshed after the break and now ready for this session. So Adobe released AEM 6.5 LTS in March this year, and many of AEM customers now should be in process of figuring out why to upgrade, what to upgrade, and how to upgrade to AEM 6.5 LTS. I'll try to answer all these queries in this talk on mastering AEM 6.5 LTS. Okay, myself Mohit. I'm a senior software developer at Adobe. I was also part of LTS project. I am also Jackrabbit Oak committer and primarily work on indexing and search component in Oak. So let's start with a brief background on AEM 6.5. So AEM 6.5 was released in 2019, supporting Java 8 and Java 11 for on-prem and AMS customers. And Adobe have been providing regular updates to AEM 6.5 through SPs for the past 6 years. Okay, so AEM 6.5 LTS. What is AEM 6.5 LTS? As the name LTS suggests, it's a long-term support version of AEM 6.5. Its main purpose is to allow customers to continue running AEM 6.5 on newer versions of Java, specifically Java 17 and Java 21. It provides same user experience, same repository structure and code structure as AEM 6.5, and with minimal upgrade effort. The initial release of AEM 6.5 LTS includes all of the updates and fixes till AEM 6.5 Service Pack 22. And recently, the first service pack was also released for AEM 6.5 LTS, which incorporates all the changes of Service Pack 23 as well. It is built over latest core foundation layer like Felix, Sling, and Oak. And apart from these upgrades, we actually removed few legacy solutions like social and old commerce module. And few open source libraries like Guava handlebars were also removed in AEM 6.5 LTS. Okay, so why upgrade to AEM 6.5 LTS? As already mentioned, it supports latest Java versions, which is crucial for staying up to date and security with security and performance improvements in Java ecosystem. It is built over latest core foundation layer. This brings AEM 6.5 LTS closer to AEM as a cloud service. This streamlines the delivery of security fixes and enhancements. In past 6 years, application servers such as Tomcat and WebSphere Liberty Profile also started supporting newer Java runtimes and servlet API specifications. And AEM 6.5 LTS is compatible with these application servers. You can get information about supported application servers from AEM documentation. And at last, this release provides long-term support for AEM 6.5. The SPs for 6.5 LTS are packaged as Quick Start, jar, and war packaging. And these can be upgraded using upgrade options like in-place upgrade and side grade. This allows us to deliver even those core foundation layer changes which were not straightforward with the regular service packs of AEM 6.5, which were based on content packages. Okay, upgrade. So before starting the upgrade, it is essential to have an action plan ready with detailed steps that the customer should take for a successful upgrade. First is we should define the scope and objectives of the upgrade. This includes AEM upgrade along with other upgrades supporting infrastructure like updating operating systems, VMs, application server upgrades, and other related things. So once the scope and objectives of the upgrade is clear, the next step is to assess the changes required to upgrade. To help us here, we have AEM Analyzer tool available on AEM 6.5. Shortly, we'll see a live demo on how to use AEM Analyzer and interpret its report. Next, we should have an upgrade test plan, which must be created or reused if you already have one, which cover all the scenarios you are using. And based on this, runbook should be created with the help of public upgrade documentation, which should include all the steps like backup, upgrade steps, and manual automated testing for AEM 6.5 LTS upgrade. This runbook shall contain all the learnings and steps that are taken for AEM LTS upgrade on a lower environment like dev, so that the same steps can be replicated on the production environment without facing major challenges. One thing we should also add is it should include the rollback strategy also in case upgrade fails. Before starting the upgrade, it's always recommended to do pre-upgrade checks like repository consistency checks, checking that the AEM is working fine before upgrade and all the bundles are in correct state. Also, we have to go through error logs to check if the system is in stable state. And once the upgrade is done, we should have an action plan ready for all the validations to be done post-upgrade. This includes running the test suite created and end-to-end testing. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have a few tools available to us to help us in the upgrade process. First one is AEM Analyzer tool. AEM Analyzer tool reports incompatibilities on AEM65 LTS. In AEM65 with respect to AEM65 LTS. And there is another tool, Content Transformer tool, that helps us to delete incompatible and unsupported content based on the analyzer report. So let's have a look at these tools on AEM65 SP23. Okay, so I have a local setup which is running AEM65 with SP23. And I had already installed AEM66 Analyzer, the tool I was mentioning. So let's have a look at how you can access this tool. So under Tools, you have to go to Operations, and under it, LTS Modernizer. So here, both the tools are available. And if you go to AEM Analyzer tool, it shows Generate Report button. So let's create this report. So on a local, on an out-of-the-box system with the proper SP, it will take around 15 to 20 seconds to generate this report. Let's wait for it to complete. Okay, so we have this report here. So the first, if you see at the top left, there is this refresh report button. It basically regenerates your report. And if you are working on incompatibilities, you can solve your incompatibilities and again generate this report to figure out whether everything worked fine or not. There is another option to export CSV here. This is important that you keep a copy of this report because it is available for 24 hours on the system. And then you have this report overview, which mentions, okay, when was this report created? Okay, so here you can see that the expiration time is just 24 hours. So make sure that you download it before, so that it's available to you after 24 hours also. Okay, so now, let's see at the metrics that this report, this analyzer report generates. So AEM Analyzer actually creates a really extensive report. It not just provides you incompatibilities for the code, but also other notions in AEM like overlays, config changes, the node types if those are not compatible, content package dependencies. If let's say your package is dependent on another package which is now not currently supported, we tells you, okay, these are the packages which are not supported. Your JCR paths, service users, right? It's an extensive report. So I'll also share what exactly you can, means the complete list of what are the incompatibilities in AEM65 and where you can get help from this report. So as I mentioned, this classification, it is further, you can say, classified based on the solution and the incompatibility. So if you see the first column, name, asset bundle, what it shows is it's an asset bundle which is not compatible. And it is, it shows there are two bundles here in the critical column. And similarly, if you scroll, so first is assets, then you have commerce incompatibilities, screens, and other incompatibilities which are here, right? And the second lane is your advisory lane. This lane tells you incompatibilities which won't impact your upgrade, but it is recommended that you get rid of these also, so that it doesn't interfere when you are developing something in the upgraded setup. So these incompatibilities will remain if you don't remove these. These advisories are mostly on JCR paths. We are not deleting the content as such during upgrade, because it can happen that you have some custom code under these JCR paths. So before deleting any of these paths, please make sure that you don't have any of your custom development under these paths. Then you have this critical column. So these are the incompatibilities which may break your customization that you have done on AEM. For example, and there is a number associated for each classification that we have on the name. And if you click on this number, it will bring you to the actual incompatibility. Means a detailed information of what is the incompatible, or which bundle is incompatible in AEM 65 LTS. All these out of the source, out of the box incompatibilities, we are kind of removing during upgrade. So it is already automated when you are upgrading. But for the customization that you have done, you have to make sure that you get rid of those incompatible changes in your custom code. We won't be removing anything from the custom code as such. Yeah, so code upgrade and customization. So as we already saw that AEM Analyzer tool provides a really comprehensive report. But because of this comprehensive nature, it takes quite some time to generate this report. And you don't want to wait for this generation every time. So what we recommend is you add all your custom content and your customizations on a fresh AEM 65 instance with proper SP. And there you can generate these reports in really less time. Like you see that it just took 15 to 20 seconds. And this is what is the most complicated part in the upgrade, right? Means getting rid of your incompatibilities. First, getting to know what are the incompatibilities and how to get rid of that. So this is where you may need regeneration of this report again and again. So this is how you can basically change your incompatibilities, check if it is already sorted out, and then work on the next incompatibility. So how it should be done is, these are like very simple steps. We usually follow these best practices, that we should create a separate code branch to perform customization. Then remove code incompatibilities in this designated branch and make code compatible with AEM 65 LTS and the required target Java version. And once this code base is ready, it should be tried out on a fresh AEM LTS instance. All the validation should be done on this instance. Once the validations are successful, you can mark this as ready for the actual upgrade. Okay, so I'm using the same AEM instance that I used to show the AEM Analyzer report. I'm not performing any pre-upgrade or post-upgrade steps here, but let's just try to upgrade it. So the first thing that you need to do is move your Sling properties, or get rid of the older Sling properties. During the upgrade, what happens is, once you have removed these Sling properties, the default Sling properties will be created during the upgrade process. And once you have these new Sling properties, then you can add your customizations over that new Sling properties file that got created. So we moved it. Then we have to change our Java version. So let's change that. So we are on Java 21. Then the next thing is we have to unpack this jar. Here, if you see the logs, it mentions that it is able to figure out that it's an upgrade process that it needs to start. So next time when you run or start this AEM, it will start it in the upgrade mode. And it will run all the processes for the upgrade. We also have few upgrade hooks, basically, in our AEM, which removes the incompatible bundles and content packages from the previous AEM65SP, which is available, right? So few of those things will be automatically removed. And now I just have to run start this AEM. Also make sure, because we are upgrading Java here, so few of the parameters which were present in which were used for AEM65 are not supported in Java 17 or 21. So you should get the latest Java parameters from the upgrade documentation itself, and then start it. Okay, so it will take some time. Let's go back to the slides again. Okay, so in this process, there are few key technical changes we should keep in mind before we start upgrading, before we start developing for AEM65 LTS. So there are like, the first thing is, when you are using uberjar in your Maven dependency, you should add a classifier to it. In 6.5 LTS, there was no classifier for the public APIs, but classifier was available for deprecated APIs. But in LTS, you would need to have this classifier, means you would have to add this classifier for public as well as deprecated APIs. Next thing that got changed was redef. So the public and deprecated APIs, their definition changed within AEM 6.5 LTS. I'll give you an example, and I also describe it there, what got changed and how it should be added in your Maven project. So let's wait for that in the next slide. The next point is we should use correct JVM parameters. A list of these JVM parameters is available on upgrade document. The direct link to that is also available in the document. Okay, so it got updated. Another change that you need to do is you need to update your common Maven plugins and libraries. So you can actually use open rewrite Java upgrade recipes for a really good head start. It will change all your development related dependencies if you use that. So you don't have to basically bother on what plugins or other things should be changed once you move from Java 8 or 11 to 17 and 21. Last thing is we should use latest bundle BND or Maven bundle plugin and upgrade to latest SCR plugins. Okay, so here are the examples for what got changed. So as you can see in the public APIs column, for AEM65 there was no classifier in uberjar, and for AEM65 LTS you need to add this classifier. So make sure you add that. It's highlighted on the slide. In public and deprecated APIs column, so if your code was dependent on deprecated APIs, you just had to add this classifier, APIs with deprecations. So in AEM65, actually, you have two uberjars. One is the public APIs, and another one having both public as well as deprecated APIs. But in 6.5 LTS, that got changed. So if you see in the public APIs, we have a classifier, and if you are still using deprecated APIs, then you have to add these dependencies, both the dependencies, because now public API jar only has public APIs, and the deprecated API jar, uberjar, only have deprecated API. So if you want to use both public as well as deprecated APIs, you would need to update your Maven project with these dependencies. Okay, so we recommend that you move to latest BND or Maven bundle plugin. But if you are still using Maven SCR plugin, there is a change that you need to perform if you want to use this plugin. You would need to add ASM analysis dependency in your Maven SCR plugin. So on the left side, the red one, you can see this is the dependency for AEM 6.5, and the green block on the right, it's the new it's the Maven plugin SCR plugin configuration for AEM 6.5 LTS. Okay, validating your upgrade. So this is not an exhaustive list, but what you can do is preliminary information, or you want to check whether your product your AEM has been upgraded. You can check the product information. You can check bundles are in correct state after the upgrade. Check error logs, and you can run end-to-end test suite so that you validate all your functionalities are working properly. So let's have a look at the instance that we upgraded. So initially we had 6.5 SP23. Now you can see it is now 6.5 1.LTS. So for most of the customers, it would be a really simple process. It should not be, unless you are using the older legacy solutions, it should not take that much time to upgrade. Given all the information that the AEM analysis tool is providing us, it will really help in your upgrade journey. So during this process of developing AEM 6.5 LTS, we also upgraded a few customers. And these are a few of the early adopter insights that we have. So most of the customers the ones we upgraded are extensively using Guava. And I think this is same for most of the customers. Means most of the customers are using Guava library in their customizations also. Few of the tests started failing for few customers because of the wrong usage of reflection. So because in Java 17 and 21, we can't change access modifiers. So make sure that you are not using reflection in your test. I think just one customer, we found out that they are using out-of-the-box service users in their custom code. So as this is not recommended by Adobe, whenever you are using any or you have some custom implementation, you should always have your own service user, so that in such cases where we are not supporting, your services remain intact. Then we have so some customers actually use agents like telemetry and others, and some of these agents may not be compatible with Java 17 or 21. So make sure that you change your agents to the latest version which support Java 17 and 21. And there are like two bundles which were extensively used by most of the customers. One is Groovy Console, and the other one is WCM Core. So all these, both of these dependency or bundles are publicly available. So make sure you upgrade those, and the newer versions are compatible with the AEM 6.5 LTS. Okay, so about the updates that Adobe will be providing. So we already had our one SP was already released in September. As you must have figured out that it's a new quick start jar itself. So with AEM 6.5 LTS, we are going to provide jars and wards for upgrading your instances. So you can use the in-place or site grade options to upgrade your AEMs. Cadence for these SPs is 6 months. So every 6 months, Adobe will be providing SP for AEM 6.5 LTS. For 6.5 also, the cadence is same, that is 6 months. But these service packs will be provided for the next 2 years only. So please start working on upgrading your environments to AEM 6.5 LTS and get this power of new Java versions that we have. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mohit. A couple of questions for you already.
Sure.
So first one for the LTS version. Would you recommend an in-place upgrade, or would you recommend setting up a new instance, migrating content, etc.?
So it depends on what kind of deployment you have. So in case you have jar deployment, you can actually use in-place upgrades. And in case you are using application server like Tomcat and WebSphere, so there you have to perform this side grid option, which is available. Means we had already updated the documentation with both the scenarios, and you can just go through that documentation to upgrade your environments.
A few people in the audience were curious about why, so there is a difference in the release cadence between service pack version versus the LTS version. So is this something intentional?
We have it for means after 6 months we are releasing new SP, right?
I think it's more that it's more frequent on the service pack versus the LTS
Okay, so
one.
because now we are providing both the service packs, so the load on us increases.
Yeah.
So for the time being, 86 months, maybe we may change this cadence once we completely move to 6.5 LTS, right? So that may change. But yeah, means we'll have a look, means if we can increase the frequency.
Okay. Also, there's a bit of curiosity around plans for supporting Java 25.
Java 25, so currently we are not looking into it. But yeah, means so for AEM as a cloud service, I think we already had started working on this. And once we have that, we'll get to know, okay, what are the things that may break, and it may not be like really big change, and we may support it in future. But as of now, just Java 17 and 21, and I would like to propose that you move to Java 21 instead of moving to Java 17, right? So get the latest one if you can during the upgrade.
Make use of this opportunity, right? And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
And thanks for the questions.